Okay, so just wanted to come with a little bit of
Like my style?
dialogue
Hit the subscribe button so you
about
don't miss any future videos.
not just my time recently with learning Portuguese, because I didn't reflect after doing that, in the more broad sense of the word, but also kind of give some maybe advice or expertise on how you can, be somebody who's perhaps more quick-witted when it comes to picking up new languages, and perhaps that can translate into even picking up new skills and hobbies. And so where do I want to begin with that? I think, maybe starting with some common misconceptions, because I do talk about these on my channel, but I think they can get kind of, washed out because you hear them all the time and people are like, yeah, right? Okay, one thing is just that, let's be straight up, there's not an age limit to learn a language. You're not too old to learn a language. That is garbage, Another one, you're not too busy. Okay, so those two off the bat, you hear them all the time. People will tell you that I just can't, stick with it. I just can't, encode that information as easily because I'm old. And, most of the people complaining about that are in just, their kind of normal phase of adulthood. They're already talking about things that they can't do. That should be a big red flag. This is the age where you should talk about all the things that you can do. When you're a kid, you think about the world as possibility and not as restriction. That should be something that's more left to older souls who, have probably tapped into most of the potential that they would desire out of life. And you do get to a point, I think, that you do wind down and things become less appealing, maybe, or you might be more kind of directed towards one set of ideals or interests, or might be even interested in more of a quiet life. But as adults, as kids, we have a lot to live for, and we shouldn't use excuses like we aren't, intelligent enough, we aren't gifted enough, we don't have enough time, blah, 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 because that's all bogus, okay? So get that out of your mind from the get-go. You are capable, you have the resources to succeed, you have the drive, okay? As long as you can plant the seed of interest. And that needs to happen organically. You can't force that. But I recommend to just look out in the world, observe, experience, travel, and you will start to find that natural interest. And that's what happened to me. So that's part of the reason why I feel so confident in these words, is because I've seen it. I've met people, I've met dozens and dozens of travelers who have felt similar feelings of, kind of ambition and a deepened passion for exploration of not just the physical world, but also kind of their own consciousness. And languages is an extension of that, because it allows you to further understand not only the world around you, but yourself. You can express yourself in new ways and in new forms. You can apply new senses of humor that you would have never imagined. You can relate to different circumstances that affect people in various regions of the world. These are just a few glimpses of the type of, energy that comes to you when you invest in this area. And there is a lot of benefits socially, of course, among mental benefits and cultural benefits. So kind of exploring, investigating that abundance, as you might call it, I think is a great step to seeing what's out there. So at this point, yo puedo hablar en varios idiomas. Às vezes é difícil porque os idiomas são confundidos em minha mente. Por isso, parfois, je suis confondant. J'ai de temps, des fois, difficile pour comprendre ou pour m'exprimer bien. Weil ich habe viel lange, viel Sprachen in meine mente. Mas é importante essayer em los vários idiomas, não? É importante, é richtig, é correcto si practicas con todos los idiomas. Puedes expresar, como he dicho, puedes explorar y puedes realizar muitas coisas em sua vida. Inonde te możesz praktykować nowo mowę jak ukraińską algo diferente. Nihongo, si eres una persona que le gusta bien idiomas como eso, pode aprender. Du kannst üben, du kannst sprechen, du kannst lernen, mas il a besoin de commencer. Okay? So, that's my message, and sometimes things get confusing and it all meshes together, but the beauty of all of it is that you have such rich, ways of connecting words that you never would have been able to if you hadn't have learned. And I'm somebody that is so hungry to keep going and to keep understanding, keep learning, and I'm just trying to share that with you. I guess the theory aspect of this video is just that, there in many ways there isn't a theory outside of the aspect of just going for it. You just gotta jump, you gotta try, and you gotta, wait until that spark hits you. It's gonna hit you, and that's when the excuses stop. But if you don't have the spark, if you don't have the motivation, and if you constantly compare yourself to other people that can do this and this and this, you're gonna make excuses, you're gonna find ways to kind of count yourself out, or make yourself feel better about not doing something. But you shouldn't do that. If you don't have the passion, don't worry. If you do have the passion, then jump on it, because life's short, and hay que aprovechar, carpe diem, y c'est la vie. Okay, so that's all I got for today. I hope you resonate with the message, and if you do, be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. All right, peace.